Hey guys, SuperHorrorBro Mike here, and in today's video, we dive back into the secret-filled world of Duck Season for one final video, which reveals the biggest Easter egg yet. In case you didn't know, Duck Season recently re-released for non-VR owners under the new name Duck Season PC. This standard edition of the game contains new content, including endings and all new secrets to discover, such as the one we will be covering right here in today's video. I'll leave links to previous videos covering this new content at the end of this one, so check those out if you are interested. However, in today's video we will be looking at the mystery of the UFO Cereal Box and the brand new area it unlocks when we complete all of its cryptic tasks. This room gives us insight into other games coming soon from developer Stress Level Zero that seem to somehow expand the Duck Season universe and its lore. We'll be conducting an analysis of this room at the end of the video, so stay tuned. First though, let's sit back, relax, and kick things off with a detailed guide to unlocking this new content. The first thing you'll need to be sure to do in order to unlock this odd looking cereal box is gain all 7 regular endings of the game. I have made a detailed video showing you how to do so go check that out if you're unsure. Once this task is complete, we then need to complete all 6 tasks outlined here on the back of a Kid Wizard book. This book can be found on the bookshelf here and used on a variety of items such as the computer over here to warp into new locations where certain tasks are to be completed. Again, I have made a video revealing which items to use the Kid Wizard book on and the secret tasks to complete within their respective zones, so check that out to help on your quest if needed. Finally, this brings us to the zombie mode, unlocked after using the Kid Wizard book on this pumpkin. We must beat the zombie mode and then allow the UFO to beam us skyward. After successfully completing this mode, travel to hour 5 and you should be greeted by the UFO cereal box itself. When flipping this box over, we can see there are some vague instructions and stamps above each. Our objective is to work out what these hints mean and then pair the required items with this box in order to achieve gold stars. These stars appear over the stamp boxes once an objective has been completed. The pictures in the top 8 boxes all correlate to David's video game cartridges found strewn across the living room floor. Pick up each of these games and hurl them at the cereal box, and each time you'll notice a gold star appears in place of an image. However, one game unavailable during the 5 PM hour is Final Fiesta 2. This cartridge represents the Pinata hieroglyph, and to access it we must travel to hour 9 where we get to view the Fiesta ending.
Where's Final Fiesta? What's this?
Once the cutscene has played out, check around in front of a television and you should find the Final Fiesta 2 game cartridge. Using these games actually completes 2 of our tasks, as not only does it check off the put each gate in the box achievement, but by throwing the ghoul game at the box, we also check off the what is my only fear question. Next you'll notice a question, what is my favourite food? It seems that cheeky monkey who shows up throughout the game and seems to be tied to its supernatural aspects is the one asking the questions here, as the food we need to touch the box with is the banana. You should see one lying about during most hours, so just tap it on the box and the star will pop. Now at the bottom of the box we see the sentence, use this box as your very own summoning circle, and we see a pentagram with the words fun magical game written at the centre. So what does this require from us? Well, you may remember from the last video that when travelling to the treehouse by using the Kid Wizard book on the flashlight and then writing Bad Dad Bad Kid on the Ouija board, we were taken to a mysterious room where the monkey greeted us saying we had banished the malicious spirits. By then using the Necronomicon on the exit door, we teleport to a blood covered room with a strange summoning card known as the Entity. The idea is to collect 5 of these cards, each with a different symbol. To collect one, simply touch it and then use the Kid Wizard book on the Duck Season game box to return to the living room with the card in hand. The locations for the other 4 cards are as follows. Travel to the archive room by using the Kid Wizard book on the computer to unlock the cursed game card found on the back shelf here. Warp to the mini mode using the Kid Wizard book on the action figure, and then enter the side room here to access the monkey card. Travel to the cat clock room to discover a card called, as you may imagine, the cat card. Finally, travel to the treehouse once more, and now we see a candle-themed card appear in the right-hand corner. Once all 5 of these cards have been claimed by the kid, and we travel back to the living room at exactly 4 PM, you will see they now appear lined up neatly along the rug by the couch. And once again, the objective here is to touch each card against the UFO Cereal Box. Once this final quest is completed, the box lights up with a furious energy as lightning bursts from within. Now we must take the Necronomicon book from its place beside Kid Wizard and throw it against the box to complete the summoning ritual and teleport us to the secret room. This room is strange indeed and includes a host of new teasers for future games which tie into the Duck Season universe, or at least seem to from the hints on display here. Let's take a close look at this room and the information we can garner from it. The first thing to note is how the room seems to be split into 2 different concepts. One side showcasing the concept for Stress Level Zero's next game Boneworks, and the other teasing a project slightly further into the future known as Machine King. How do we know this? Well, remember in the previous video we looked at a series of doorways which were labelled Gate 1 to 3, and Gate 1 had the symbol of a cross and skull and was titled Boneworks, the name of a new game by the same developer. In the trailer for Boneworks on Steam, we can see this symbol show up as the character walks through the doorway and into a space-filled void where he plummets downward. So it seems this symbol may tie the world of Duck Season and Boneworks together, despite the new game seeming to be a simple survival shoot-'em-up experience. We must remember though that Duck Season at first appeared to be a simple VR shooter based around the classic Nintendo game Duck Hunt, so it's very likely Boneworks is more than it seems. The other side of a room contains the symbol found on the door to Gate 3, titled Machine King, and even contains a huge poster where a man stares up at an enormous mechanical beast containing the phrase Hall of the Machine King. Is this the full title of the 3rd game from this team? It seems the setting for this game is once again horror, but horror of a much more violent and gruesome style than the one we encountered during Duck Season. Not to say Duck Season didn't contain its fair share of gore, of course. Poor mom. We see a model of a scientist-like explorer beside a piece of concept art. It would appear that this character is from the new game, and more specifically, the person we are likely to play due to his prominence both on the poster and artwork seen here. Also note how this character has a badge with a moth symbol and the words Safety Agent Saberlake. It is logical to conclude his job is a safety agent then, and the company he works for is known as Saberlake. More on Saberlake soon. This same moth symbol also appears here on the poster above the game title, tying this character to the Machine King game project for sure. But moving away from these 2 findings and over to the strange orb-like device in the center of the room, we discover a clipboard with a detailed conversation between 2 engineers who we can assume work for the AI company found in Boneworks, Monogon Industries. They seem to be working on a secret project known as the voidway. So this is how Gammon is accessing the voidway? Seems kind of dangerous since they aren't securing the pathways. Could lead to actual material extraction. No worse than us. At least they aren't piping the voidway directly into people's cerebral cortex. The consequences here are insane. You have to realise just how big of an impact this could have if anyone manages to bridge the device. Of course they have, we would do the same. It was obvious they were entering. I can't think of any private companies beside maybe Saberlake that have crossed in. Careful, they could be reading this comm. They have opened Pandora's box. If they have figured out serial item duping, it is possible to extract even our secure channels. This table won't cut it, but if they manage to get here with a headset, Gammon could route through Boneworks into Myth. I'll patch it now. This communication ties into the central image found above the orb here, and it's quite complex, so let me try and break it down quickly and simplistically. This mono chat involves two AI developers who have managed to develop a VR technology within Monaghan Industries which can access a dangerous dimension known as the voidway. The voidway seems to be a dimension where malicious demonic spirits inhabit, notably one known as Nine, a cat-like being, judging by the paw prints we find at the end of a message left by this being during the conference room Easter egg which featured in our previous video. Obviously cats are found throughout duck season via the clocks, and this message is once again discovered below a giant cat clock. A cat also shows up in this image here above the orb containing the clipboard. Is this the demon Nine? In this same message, Nine referred to a bunch of fools who used the voidway, setting it free, before adding that by unlocking the secrets within duck season, we had also helped set them free. Nine then exited via gate 2 known as Dead FM, but before doing so noted that others were coming and we would see them on the other side. The other side referencing future game projects such as Boneworks and Machine King. So you see it all begins to tie together, albeit in a very complicated way. Things grow more complicated as the two Monaghan engineers mention a VR competitor known as Gammon, who is also trying to access the voidway and pipe it directly into players' minds. We must remember that Gammon seem to be the creators of the console David plays his games on within the story of duck season. We see their logo pop up before the title screen of each game when the cartridge is first placed into the console. Also, this orb here has the Gammon logo on it. Is this then what is happening with duck season? Interference from this Gammon company, who allow us to access the voidway via duck season's Easter eggs and books such as the Necronomicon. You see, these two scientists speak of item duping, which would allow access to their secure channels, and didn't we do just that to arrive here in this room? Also of note is the company we mentioned earlier, Saber Lake. It seems they have crossed into an alternate dimension, a place where demons such as Nine inhabit, and this is where we see this character exploring these terrifying looking places in the upcoming project Machine King. These engineers decided to patch the orb table so that players can no longer gain access to other dimensions via their upcoming game Boneworks. We can see here that this engineer is indeed patching the project, and within the orb a VR world exists. So these guys may be behind the creation of VR worlds, including the one found within duck season which our main character David and his mother inhabit. They also speak about stopping access to Myth. Could Myth then be the second gate known as Dead FM, the portal bridging all of these worlds? A portal 9 has now entered, and perhaps a world we will access at some point during Boneworks. Well, what we do know about Myth is that it is a forbidden operating system we must access during the story of Boneworks, as you can see here on the description of the Steam page. So Boneworks again seems to take place in one of these orbs, and Myth is the computer system sustaining it, and perhaps the world of Duck Season 2. It's all very complex, as basically all three of these upcoming game projects from this developer seem to be entwined and also tie into the universe first established by Duck Season. Have we been trapped inside one of these virtual reality orbs this entire time? So many questions, and for answers we will have to wait for some of these future games, but I do hope this video has been entertaining and informative enough for now, and remember to let me know your own thoughts and theories in the comments section below. And if you have enjoyed this video guys, remember to give it a like, and of course subscribe to the channel, it really helps to follow all my latest videos, and I will see you guys on the next one.